Before we begin this video, I want to warn you that this content here could be triggering to some audiences, and the content that we are going to talk about on this video is going to be very graphic. Viewer discretion is advised. You have been warned. So we're going to talk about the situation involving Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. He's been accused by a woman in a 2017 incident of sexual assault. Now, there has been a criminal complaint, and there has been also a civil lawsuit to the tune of $100 million. So, Dak Prescott filed this lawsuit on Monday. And it was an 11-page lawsuit that was filed in Collin County. Now, Prescott's attorneys claims lawyers for Victoria Shores, the woman you see off to the right, sent an email in January to a third party at the college Prescott attended, and that is Mississippi State University. It stated that Shores would not press any criminal charges against Prescott regarding an alleged February 2017 sexual assault in exchange for compensation. In the demand letter, Shores attorneys Bethel and Yoel Zahi said that he has to live with his pain and trauma for 7 years. It affected her relationship with her fiance and everyday existence so much that she had to attend therapy and counseling and will require further therapy and counseling. She suffered mental anguish that it is unimaginable dealing with the trauma of being a sexual assault victim. So let me get this straight. Now, look, this is in no way, shape, form, or fashion I'm defending Dak, and I'm not believing her, right? I'm looking at this on its at the face of what the lawsuit says, and for me to ask questions based on that. Because see, when it comes to these type of cases here, you have to look at it on a case-by-case basis. You cannot be so insensitive to where all women are lying, because then you compromise your ability to, what's the word I'm looking for? Speak with any kind of objectivity. If you're a person that believes all women, or an individual who doesn't believe anybody, you compromise your ability to look at things with any kind of objectivity. So the fact of the matter is, let's look at this case. Now, if you ask me, I think this woman's lying. If you ask me, this bitch is fucking lying. If you ask me. Because why else would Dak Prescott file this lawsuit? Now, the attorney for this case, I'm going to pull him up, because he was the attorney that handled the Michael Irvin case. Remember when Michael Irvin was sued by Marriott, or was being accused by Marriott Corporation of sexual assault, and they found that to be not true, to where Michael Irvin ended up winning that lawsuit. He ended up getting $25 million out there too. Let me see what else this says. Let's continue on here. Where is it at? I just lost my train of thought. What else does it say? In a demand letter, So yeah, I talked about the demand letter. I want to point out the attorneys for the accuser. The accuser, her name is Victoria Shores. Now, look at these two. You can't tell me that this ain't got tether vibes written all over it. What's up, LBZ? What's up? What's up, homie? Because I know she's like, yep. Big facts. Matter of fact, that Prescott had a baby girl with a Becky. To your point. Dak Prescott got a baby girl with a Becky, to your point. Now look at the this man, I'm telling you, these two got scammer and tether vibes written all over it. I'm just keeping this a buck. Bethel and Yoel Zahi. Come on. So let me get this straight. Y'all saying that she got this thing to where she got all this mental anguish, but this mental anguish will go away if he gives y'all $100 million. But if you don't get, boy, that is textbook blackmail. If you ask me, that's textbook blackmail. Now, for those of you who don't know what blackmail is, right? Because I taken the liberty to do a lot of research before I went in on this particular topic, right? Blackmail definition: the action treated as a criminal offense of demanding payment or another benefit from someone in return for not revealing compromising or damaging information about them. This is textbook blackmail. Hey, if you don't want this to go out in the public, you got to give us $100 million. That is the textbook definition of blackmail. So Dak Prescott had every right to go after these two clowns, or those three clowns. She got all this mental anguish about being sexually assaulted, but it'll go away if you give $100 million. Okay. And I find that the timing of this couldn't be crazy as well, considering that Dak Prescott is in the last year of his contract. That's right. He's in the last year of his contract. That 4-year, $160 million contract that he signed a few years ago, yeah, he's on the final year of his deal. So he's in the contract year, and he's negotiating a new deal as we speak. Now all of a sudden, this lawsuit comes out of nowhere from these individuals. What's up, Keith Cunningham? Salute to you, bro. Prescott countersues by accusing the woman and her legal team of a blatant attempt to extort Prescott by weaponizing patently false yet heinous sexual assault allegation with no basis in reality. Defendants' horrible lies not only threaten to destroy the legitimate legacy of a great man and cost him tens of millions of dollars, but the defendant's conduct is criminal. Further, Mr. Prescott is forced to file the instant case to bring the truth to light, defend his new family, and promote social collective progress and support of the legitimate survivors of sexual assault. The defendants' claim undermine the courage of actual victims everywhere, as well as the legitimacy of the horrific trauma they have endured. So I want to pull up the individual, the lawyer, because the lawyer for this case is actually the lawyer for the Dallas Cowboys in general. His name is Levi McCathern. Matter of fact, that was the guy who helped Michael Irvin win his case. When there was that case of sexual assault against the Marriott a couple years ago, Levi McCatherine, pull him up here in a little bit, was the guy who represented Michael Irvin in that case. So give me 1 second. Pull him up real quick. I mean, this is getting out of control now. This is getting way out of hand now with all these, false and misleading claims. I'm just going to keep it 100. I ain't got no dog in this fight. I ain't got no horse in this race. I think this woman's lying. And I think these two are using that as a front for a massive payday. So that's the guy who's representing Dak Prescott. That's the guy who's representing Dak Prescott. And like I say, he helped Michael Irvin win his case, and he helped Jerry Jones beat a lawsuit that was filed against him from an alleged woman, Alexandra Davis, who claims that Jerry Jones is her biological father. So basically, for all intents and purposes, he is the official lawyer for the Dallas Cowboys. Right? Ted, that's not what we're talking about right now. We're not talking about him buck dancing and all that. That's a totally different animal, right? We're focusing on this. This is what we're talking about, so let's not get off subject. We talk about a sexual assault, not him buck dancing. We'll get to that. Trust me, there's more than enough time we'll get to him buck dancing. But this ain't about that. This is about a case where a woman and some scheming ass lawyers could possibly cost this man money. Now, Stephen Jones, who is the son to Jerry Jones for the Cowboys, has already came out saying that this is not going to affect his contract negotiation. And Cowgirls ain't commenting on it. The goddamn NFL ain't commenting on it either. But I'm pretty sure the NFL has investigators that's looking into this, as well as, Levi McCatherine. But yeah, you can't tell me these two right here don't got tether vibes all up on them. And we all know about how these immigrants come here and they like being suckers and scammers. $100 million. So let me get this straight. Let me understand something. Right? So the people who had that happen to them, who've been sexually assaulted, raped, all that stuff, right? Let me get this straight. That's not something that just goes away with a whole bunch of money in your bank account. They still got to live with that trauma. But you two clowns come along and say that, yeah, I mean, what allegedly happened was unacceptable, but she's going through a lot of trauma. She's got to go through a lot of therapy. It is affecting her relationship with her fiance, but it will all go away if you give $100 million. We can make that go away. Really? You really thought that's gonna pop off like that, huh? All right. Good on Dak Prescott for standing up and fighting to clear his name, because you don't want that kind of label put on you. Not in today's society. If you got that kind of label put on you in today's society, you get disqualified from a whole bunch of stuff. Jobs, which could lead to income, certain types of income that you can make. You can't live in certain neighborhoods if you got that label put on you. You can't go to certain areas like schools, certain church. You can't do certain things if you got that kind of label put on you. So good on Dak Prescott for trying to clear his name, because that's bullshit. And if you ask me, if somebody lies about this type of deal, if it comes out that he did this, then by all means, hammer his fucking balls to the wall. If pieces of information, if anything comes out linking that Prescott to this woman being sexually assaulted or anything of that nature, if anything comes out saying that he did that, hammer his balls to the fucking wall. But, and there's always a but, if this woman is lying, if these two clown lawyers are trying to use this as a scheme for a come up, then they need to be disbarred. 2, they need to be brought up on charges, and 3, they need to do prison time, along with the woman who made this false allegation. If we're gonna talk about things being fair and balanced, well, you can't get any more fair and balanced than that. If that came out saying that these people were lying about this incident, then the lawyers need to be disbarred, they need to be brought up on charges, and they need to do prison time. Because what you're doing right now is you're literally trying to defame some. Oh yeah, there's another charge in that. Defamation. Defamation definitely needs to be brought into play here as far as like charges or whatever. This defamation of character. You calling somebody a rapist? So here's another piece of information that came out in this lawsuit. Yoel Zahi told G-Bag Nation on Fan 105.3 that Shore's attorneys were surprised when they learned of Prescott's extortion lawsuit, but called it a classic move to discredit the victim. According to Zahi, the letter they sent Prescott was a demand letter and a common practice in civil cases. What, really? A common practice? So it's a common practice to blackmail somebody? Okay. McCatherine told the Star Telegram in an email on Tuesday that the letter sent from Shores and her attorneys was the first correspondence Prescott had received about the allegations, and Prescott took the letter to law enforcement. According to McCatherine, Prescott and Shores were never in a relationship, but they knew each other before and after the alleged assault. She never mentioned that she felt any of his behavior was inappropriate. Prescott and Shores did spend time together in a group setting the day the assault supposedly occurred. So you got that going on. There's that going on, right? Now, what that got to do with the statute of limitations? The criminal statute of limitations in Texas for sex crimes against adult varies depending on the severity of the offense. State law set the criminal statute of limitations in Texas for sexual assaults against adults at 10 years and the civil statute of limitations at 5 years. Now, the attorney for the accuser said that the civil lawsuit was very imminent and that his client isn't ruling out filing criminal charges. The incident was back in 2017 on February 2nd in the 8500 block of Stemmons Freeway, a Dallas police spokesperson said Wednesday night. This was an ongoing investigation. Prosper, which Dak Prescott lives, also confirmed Wednesday that they began investigating Prescott's claims of extortion. Prescott, who has denied all allegations against the sexual assault, lives in Prosper, and according to court documents, the alleged assault occurred on or about February 2nd, 2017 in Plano. So this is crazy. And obviously, we're going to follow up on this particular story, but I wanted to give you some some details and some information regarding this particular case. Like I said, the Dallas Cowboys ain't saying nothing about it, even though they know about it. The NFL's not commenting on it. Uh, Jerry Jones has not said anything about that. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jerry Jones, would do something like this to keep Dak Prescott from getting paid. Allegedly. And I do stress the word allegedly. So, I mean, this is man. Mm-mm-mm. But you gotta tell me what you feel. Um, I don't. I mean, I don't know where else to go with this outside that as much if we get more information, we need to pass it along as we get more information. So, like I said, it happened in February 2nd, 2017, outside of Ecstasy Cabaret in Dallas. She said the defendant did not work at the club and did not file a police report back then. See, that's one red flag, right? If you had now, I understand that it might take people some time to try to process what happened and try to rationalize what happened or whatever the case may be. Different people handle things different ways. Some people might immediately go to the cops. Some people might take some time to go to the cops. So there's that. But my thing is, if there's all these mechanisms in place, why would you not want to go to the police so that way, one, the information is fresh in your head. Two, it gives the police the avenue to collect evidence. That'll be another reason why you want to go to the cops as soon as it happens. You don't want to be washing your clothes or washing your ass or anything like that, right? As traumatic as that might be, if you go to the cops immediately, you can provide them evidence because they can, they'll run, whatever they need to run to collect evidence, and they can possibly do any kind of scars and marks or anything like that. And the information is fresh in your head as to what happened. You wait years and years and years down the line, then, like I said, the timing of it couldn't be any worse because Dak Prescott's in a contract year. If you ask me, this ain't nothing more than an attempt to get a payday off of Dak Prescott. They're trying to shake this man down. If you ask me, this ain't nothing more than a shakedown attempt. So in the letter, the woman's attorney stated that the client and Prescott previously met at her job and exchanged contact information. Prescott allegedly invited the woman out after talking on Snapchat and met her at an undisclosed location in Plano with two members of the entourage and a couple of female friends. Okay, so we got witnesses. So, okay, so if there's witnesses and there's a criminal complaint, that means these entourage and the female friends need to be brought in for questioning. Hey, what happened on this particular day? Where were y'all? How many of y'all were there? What did you do? Something to that effect. The letter further stated that the group allegedly entered a black SUV. Okay, so if there's cameras around, we'll see the black SUV. What was it? Was it an Escalade? Was it a Tahoe? A Suburban? An Expedition? A Lincoln Navigator? Would have been a Hummer? What is it? Prescott told the woman to join him in the back of the vehicle. Was it a Jeep? Was he trying to do an LL Cool J and you know, backseat of a Jeep? Let's swing an episode. That what that Prescott tried to do to you. And she's not a bad looking woman. She's pretty attractive. I'll give her that. Right? The woman did not want to engage in sexual intercourse and made sure to verbalize her wishes according to the letter. It alleged that once they arrived at their destination, so what was the destination? Was it the Ecstasy Cabaret? That's what the name of that club was, the Ecstasy? Anyway, so they arrive at the destination, which was redacted in the letter. Prescott and the woman were left alone as he signaled one of his entourage members to give them privacy. The letter then stated that Prescott used physical force and sexually assaulted the woman. It also claimed the woman had to attend therapy and the incident affected her relationship with her fiance. She suffered mental anguish that is unimaginable dealing with the trauma of being a sexual assault victim. Despite the tragic events, she's willing to forego to pursuing criminal charges along with disclosing the information to the public in exchange for compensating her for the mental anguish she has suffered. The letter went on to say that the woman seeks compensation in exchange for not going public or pursuing criminal charges in connection with a 2017 sexual encounter. The damages are valued at $100 million. You have up until February 16th to respond to this demand letter. That is textbook fucking blackmail. This is textbook blackmail in an attempt to get a shakedown off of Dak Prescott. What's up, Mike Lewis? You said we saw this similar situation with Deshaun Watson. Oh man, absolutely. We all know what happened with Deshaun Watson. All these hoes coming out of the woodworks trying to get a shakedown. Oh, and they were all claiming they were massage therapists and all that. And when come to find out, half of them women weren't even licensed to perform massage therapy. They're going to the man house. Hey, I know you do 3 interceptions, but can I give you a rub down? What? All these women coming out of the woodworks to try to rig Deshaun Watson's name through the court. Every female ESPN personality, whether it be Marley Caron or Mina Kimes or Sarah Spain, was running their trap up and down the goddamn TV talking shit. Then you got other trifling assholes going on Tasha K's YouTube channel to try to explain, what did not Dak Prescott, what did Deshaun Watson do? What kind of woman just rolls up to the house, no goddamn on appointment? Oh, I was just rolling around the neighborhood, and I figured that you might need a massage after throwing 3 interceptions and losing a fumble last game. Shit was disgusting. But anyway, I'm glad that Prescott is fighting to clear his name, because nobody should have their name rigged through the coals when you got this kind of stuff going on, man. For real, man, it's just bullshit, man. And then when you look at who the lawyers are and what their names are, these two, man, you can't tell me this ain't a shakedown attempt by these two, because these two look like they're from Nigeria or somewhere in Africa, and we all know how these Nigerians get down. They're suckers, scammers, and schemers. We all, this is so traumatizing, but we can make this traumatic experience go away if you give us $100 million. The fuck out of here. Can't tell me this thing ain't got bullshit written all over it. Come on now. Now, like I said, if we get information and it turns out that Dak Prescott really did do that shit, then we're gonna have to reverse course, because we got to leave the door open for that. But really though, if you ask me, just by the initial, and that's what I mean by my initial assessment, because like I said, we don't have all the information. I can only go by with the information I have now. So I don't need no self-righteous individual coming here trying to throw judgment and trying to throw shade at what I'm talking about and all that other type of shit. Take that, self-righteous shit, stick it up your ass. Because this ain't the channel for you to be all self-righteous. What I believe in is the evidence, and basically the evidence is telling me, what's up, Tyler Brown? My sister Unique Dawn in the building. Mwah. From what it's telling me, this is a nothing burger. This is a bullshit ass nothing burger of a lawsuit. And I'm glad Dak Prescott is fighting to clear his name. So let me get this straight. This is how you got these football players coming out fighting to clear their name and all that, right? These dudes is fighting to clear their name. When, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. Fuck. You know what? I'm not even gonna go there. But yeah, the fact that he's countersuing, that spoke volumes to me. Not only he's countersuing the accuser, but he's countersuing the lawyers as well. See, if I'm Dak Prescott, I'll go a step further. I want their asses disbarred. You try to get a shakedown off me? Hell no. I want your motherfucking law license. I don't just want money off of you, because the money that Dak Prescott said, he said that is going towards the charity for sexual assault victims. He don't even want the money. He just want that money to go to charity. And that spoke volumes to me as well. But if I'm Dak Prescott, I'm going a step further. Not only I want y'all money, I want y'all motherfucking law license. Give it up. Give it up. I want all that shit. I want your wig. I want your fucking beard. I want your necktie. I want your goddamn. I want all that shit. I want your motherfucking visa, because I know you're not here legally. I want your motherfucking visas, all that shit. I want your passport. I want all of it. Give it up! Anyway. You guys let me know what y'all think about this. Sickening. This is so sickening that this is going on. You know, subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button and share these videos on your social media platforms. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Ho!